Now I am going to discuss requirements of combustion chamber. Okay, requirements of combustion chamber in CI engines. Okay, so what are the requirements? Remember this. First of all, fuel should atomize. Okay. Number two, it should vaporize. Number three, it should properly mixed. So that is the main thing of the fuel in combustion chamber. Fuel should atomize, then it should vaporize, then only it will mix with the air. That is the first thing. Okay. Next is fuel should atomize, fuel should vaporize, it should properly mix. Now it should have great turbulence. If the turbulence is there, then it will mix up properly. Okay. And it should have less delay period. As I have told you, if delay period is short, we can reduce the knock. All the problems are due to delay period only. So if we can reduce the delay period by various variable, then we can reduce the knock in CI engine. Okay. So that we are talking about. Okay. That is now low surface to volume ratio. So now next point, it should burn all the fuel. So that is combustion chamber. What should be the combustion chamber requirement? Fuel should atomize, it should vaporize, it should properly mix, it should have great turbulence, it should create less delay period. Okay. And low surface to the volume ratio, so that heat losses will be less. It should burn all the fuels. So these are the requirements of the fuel. Okay. So see, if we talk about the requirements of the fuel, these are the points, and based on this we can explain also how to atomize. If it does not atomize, that is particular wise, then it will not mix with the air. So that atomization should be there. Then it will vaporize, it should vaporize also properly. Then it should mix also. It should have great turbulence. It should have less delay period. It should have low surface to volume ratio, and it should burn all the fuels. These are the requirement of the combustion chamber in CI engine. Now types, see here. What are the types? So there are two types. One is no turbulence, or it is called direct combustion. Okay. Another is with turbulence. So let us classify these different types of. Number one, that is called direct combustion chambers. This is types of combustion chamber. Okay. Direct combustion chambers. So there are so many types. Okay. So let us see. One is hemispherical. Another is truncated. Here we can write types of combustion chamber. Okay. So truncated combustion chamber. Number three is cylindrical combustion chamber. Then maybe rectangular rectangular combustion chamber. Okay, these are direct combustion chamber or without turbulence. Okay, these are the classifications. Number 2, that is with turbulence. With turbulence, see, with turbulence, fluid combustion chamber. Number 2, pre-combustion chamber. Number 3, air cell combustion chambers. Next is MAN, short form, MAN combustion chamber. Okay, so there are two classification of combustion chamber. One is no turbulence, direct combustion, and with turbulence. So direct combustion will be hemispherical, then truncated, cylindrical, then rectangular. With turbulence, there will be fluid combustion chamber, then pre-combustion chamber, air cell combustion chamber, and MAN combustion chamber. See, hemispherical, I will just give the figure. Hemispherical means from one point fuel is ignited like this. So this is, we can call it as hemispherical. Okay, now truncated means it will have this fuel combustion will take. Okay, so this is two parts, so it is called truncated. Number 3, cylindrical. Cylindrical will be so if fuel injection takes place in this way, this is cylindrical. Okay, and another is rectangular. So rectangular is just like this only. Okay, so this is rectangular. If you talk about this with turbulence, this is hemispherical, truncated. This pressure rise will be greater than near about 20 bar pressure. Okay, so very high pressure should be injected inside the combustion chamber. And with turbulence, there are 4 types of combustion chamber. Out of this MAN is the most effective. So this is the German scientist which gave the combustion chamber which has high efficiency, easy to start. Okay, it burns volumetric efficiency more. So best, that is among all these combustion chamber, this MAN is the best combustion chamber because it gives the high thermal efficiency, it gives the high volumetric efficiency, and easy to start. In cold season also we can start the engine very easily. So in this session we have discussed the requirement of combustion chamber in CI engines. So there are these factors, 7 points. Fuel should atomize, it should vaporize, then it should properly mix, it should have great turbulence, less delay period, low surface to volume ratio, and it should burn all the fuel. If we talk about the types of combustion chamber in CI engines, there are 2 types, the direct combustion chamber, or it is called no turbulence, with turbulence also. So if we talk about no turbulence, direct combustion chamber, it is hemispherical type of combustion chamber, truncated combustion chamber, cylindrical combustion chamber, and rectangular combustion chamber. All in this combustion chamber we are injecting the fuel greater than 20 bar. Okay, and with turbulence there are once again 4 types of combustion chamber: fuel combustion chamber, pre-combustion chamber, and air cell pre-combustion chamber, and air cell combustion chamber. MAN is the short form name of the German scientist, and this is having this combustion chamber is having the best performance among all these combustion chamber because it gives the high thermal efficiency, it burns all the fuels, that is volumetric efficiency is high, okay, and this easy to start, we can start the engine even in cold seasons, okay. Rest of the thing I will discuss in next class. Thank you.